At 22 years old, both of them were earning the exact same paycheck. Same city, same education, same exhausted Monday mornings, same terrible office coffee, and both of them thought they still had plenty of time. But one tiny habit created a gap so massive that by 40 one of them had freedom and the other was still stuck surviving paycheck to paycheck. This isn't really a story about getting rich. T's a story about systems. Because the truth is, your future usually isn't built from one massive decision. It's built from small decisions repeated thousands of times. And once those systems start compounding, they quietly shape your entire life. This is the story of two guys, Jack and Jerry. They started at exactly the same place, same age, same paycheck, same opportunities. Every morning, both of them woke up with the same 24 hours. But they used those hours very differently. John treated time like an investment. He spent it learning, building skills, and creating assets that would make money even when he wasn't working. Jerry treated time like something to sell. He traded hour after hour for a paycheck, living for weekends and hoping someday he'd catch up. Year after year, the gap grew wider. One man used his time to build wealth, the other used his time only to earn money, and by the end of the story, Jack became a billionaire, while Jerry was still working hard just to stay afloat. Because the biggest difference between rich and poor isn't money, it's how they use their time. At age 22, Jack checks his bank account after paying rent. Balance $1,400. That's everything. His first job pays all right for someone fresh out of uni, operations assistant at a shipping company. Nothing glamorous. The office smells like paper, dust, and burnt coffee. But one random Sunday night while scrolling YouTube, he hears a sentence that sticks with him. Pay yourself first. Something about it clicks. The next morning, he opens an investment account. He transfers $200, not because he feels wealthy, because he wants to become someone who builds wealth. Then he automates it. Every month, the day after payday, before food, before entertainment, before excuses, the money disappears before he can spend it. That's the trick. At first, nothing changes. His life still looks ordinary. Shared apartment, 3 roommates, old fan rattling all night. He cooks at home because takeaway is expensive. Not discipline, just maths, but slowly, something invisible starts happening. His emergency fund grows. $2,000, then $5,000, then $10,000. And for the first time in his life, small emergencies stop feeling like financial disasters. Same age, same paycheck, same city. Jerry gets his first salary and immediately upgrades his lifestyle. New phone on payments, car loan, weekend nights out, food delivery nearly every day. Mate, we're only young once. That becomes the philosophy. And honestly, at first it feels incredible. He moves into a nicer apartment, buys expensive sneakers, books holidays he can't really afford. Everything goes onto credit cards because I'll deal with it later. But later never comes. By 24, Jerry has almost no savings, but he does have subscriptions, loan payments, minimum balances, and one dangerous habit: spending future money to feel successful today. Meanwhile, John keeps investing automatically, quietly. No motivational speeches, no crypto flexing, no social media screenshots, just consistency, month after month. At 25, both men get raises. Jerry celebrates, increases his investments. That single difference changes everything, because lifestyle inflation is sneaky. The second income goes up, expenses somehow rise with it. Better phone, better apartment, better restaurants, better holidays, and suddenly a salary that once felt massive starts feeling tight again. Jerry falls completely into that cycle. Jack avoids it, not perfectly, just consistently. At 26, Jack becomes obsessed with understanding money. Not flashy money, real money. Index funds, compound interest, taxes, assets, cash flow, the stuff school never taught him. And eventually he notices something. Wealthy people buy things that pay them. Everyone else buys things that cost them. That idea changes the way he sees everything. So instead of aggressively upgrading his lifestyle, he saves for a small investment property. It takes almost 2 years. No shortcuts, no luck, just patience. Then finally he buys a small duplex on the edge of the city. Nothing impressive. Old paint, ugly tiles, leaky tap, but the numbers work. One tenant covers most of the mortgage. The second tenant creates monthly cash flow. And for the first time in his life, money arrives without him trading hours for it. That moment feels different, because now he's no longer only working for money. Money has started working for him. Jerry's life looks better from the outside. Better clothes, better car, better Instagram photos. But financially, pressure is building. Quietly, the credit card balances keep growing. Minimum payments become normal. And the worst part? Nothing feels urgent. That's how lifestyle debt works. It doesn't destroy you overnight. At 29, his relationship ends. Now the expensive apartment becomes entirely his responsibility. Then a medical bill arrives. Then car repair. Then job uncertainty. And suddenly everything falls apart at once. Because when you never build financial margin, life eventually exposes it. At 30 years old, John owns investments, retirement accounts, a growing stock portfolio, and real estate producing monthly income. His net worth crosses 6 figures. Not because because he's a genius, because he built systems early. Meanwhile, Rahul feels exhausted, working constant but somehow never moving forward. He earns more money than ever before yet still feels broke every month, because debt steals future income. Every payment is tomorrow's salary already spent. Here's what most people misunderstand about wealth. The real benefit isn't luxury, it's optionality. At 35, Jack can leave toxic job, take risks, help his parents, handle emergencies calmly, sleep peacefully, because money created space, and space changes your entire psychology. Jerry doesn't have that space. One bad month still creates panic, not because he's lazy, not because he's stupid, because the financial system he built at 22 kept compounding against him. At 40, the difference becomes shocking. Jack wakes up on a Tuesday morning. His investments grow while he sleeps. His rental income covers major expenses. He works because he chooses to, not because he's trapped. Meanwhile, Jerry still depends entirely on a paycheck. One missed salary creates immediate stress. And the craziest part? They were never that different. Same intelligence, same opportunities, same income range. The entire gap came from repeated small decisions. $200 invested automatic. Lifestyle controlled just a little longer. Debt avoided slightly earlier. That's it. That's the secret almost nobody wants to hear. Massive financial freedom rarely comes from one giant move. It comes from boring consistency, repeated for years, because in the end money but habits compound even faster, and the life you build in your 20s quietly follows you forever. The future version of you is being created right now, not someday, today, through the systems you repeat even when nobody's watching.